What's happening, all you hip, cool cats? My name is Kit, and welcome to Chicago Reacts. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that ring bell notification. That way all of you are made aware when we upload new content onto our YouTube channel. And as always, we return back to a realm of peace and prosperity, hope and compassion, humanity and diplomacy. We're returning back to the world of SsethTzeentach. Let us follow him as he talks and describes about Might and Magic 7 review, classic RPG for cool kids, which, hey, all right, for all you hip cool cats out there, we're going to learn something about a classic RPG for all you cool kids out there watching. So, as always, I'm going to ask you to be a hip cool cat, and please, 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 please support the original content creators, okay? Look, the original videos to all the YouTube videos we react to are in the description box below, and for all the content creators we have reacted to, I do ask our audience to please also support and like the original videos. The original content creators put a lot of work and effort into making these videos, and they are fun to react to. But the correct thing to do for all of you watching is to also support the original content creators, because, you know, it'll make me happy too. Because there you go. But without further ado, right? Since I'm in charge of the ones and twos, I'm going to pull up this video, and again, this is a video by SsethTzeentach, Might and Magic 7 review, classic RPG for cool kids. So, since I'm in charge of everything, and I get to control whatever I want, whenever I want, let's get ready to react to this YouTube video.
Hey people, Seth here. Today I'll be reviewing an old RPG classic and a childhood favorite of mine, Might and Magic 7 for Blood and Honor, as
Cool.
follow-up to a poorly edited review of Might and Magic 6 that I made and people somehow liked.
Oh my goodness, I thought that was me. Oh wow, that's what the old YouTube used to look like. I forgot. Huh. It's been a long time. For a minute there, I thought that was my computer, but it wasn't. I learned something new today. See, I can control the buttons. For a minute there, you know, how crazy would it have been if, like, all of a sudden, like, the video I was reacting to, then all of a sudden I hear, like, in the audio, hey people, it's SsethTzeentach here, and I finally took over Chicago Reacts. That would have warranted a, oh no.
Might and Magic 7 may honestly be, in my opinion, the best game in the series, due to streamlining many of the problems of a previous title while refining character progression, and most importantly, adding replayability. So with that said, let's talk about the insane plot. Continuing on from Might and Magic 6, the Kriegans, space-traveling devil aliens that breed like crazy and produce too many children to be sustainable, have been repelled from the land of Enroth.
Alright.
Deadbeat adventurers beat their ship's nuclear reactor to a pulp. Meanwhile, on another continent separated by sea, Erathia is receiving its own fair share of demonic infestation. To top it off, other aliens crash land their ship into the local ocean. After a disagreement over gender identity, they part ways and disappear. This is all told by an FMV sequence at the start of the game, which ends with you being blinded by Karl Marx's bullshit. Your party has no...
Okay, so, I am going to say I am unfamiliar with the world of Might and Magic, but, apparently these demons have some sort of, advanced technological reactor or something like that. I would appreciate, feedback from the audience, so, I'm talking to you, that's right! Put down that tasty beverage, stop eating that tasty snack. I need you to hit that keyboard, not with your fists, but with your fingers of knowledge, and write a detailed lore report. I want I want a thesis statement, obviously, a proper paragraphs, punctuations. I want everything to be correct. Yes, we do read the comment section. So for those who are Might and Magic lore experts of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, crack your knuckles and say out loud to yourself, now's my time to shine. If you're in a public library or waiting at a bus stop and watching this video, and you're gonna get ready to type that comment, 1,000 points for you to Yell that out loud. I don't care where you at. You could be in church, at a funeral, being sentenced to prison, about to serve overseas, or be launched to the moon. If you're reacting to this video and you hear me ask for the lore of Might and Magic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, crack your knuckles and say out loud, now's my time to shine. And a bonus points if you tell us where you yelled that out at. I truly do wonder how many of you will really do that. But please, please, don't cause too much of a scene. Oh no! I think I think I might have caused some trouble. I'm sorry.
Clue about any of this because they're deadbeat adventurers who start off the game on a treasure hunt organized by Lord Markham, a useless bureaucrat who wants to pawn off the land of Harmondale to a group of unwitting idiots. And what better place to do it than on Emerald Island, a world-famous resort rated 1 star for health and safety, 5 years running. If you ignore the swarms of man-eating dragonflies and the resident red dragons living in a cave literally 50 meters from town, it's actually a rather nice place. You eventually win the contest, due in no small part to the fact that all the other contestants are congenitally malformed and suffer learning difficulties. Lord Markham quickly gives you the rights to Harmondale and fucks off. Once you actually arrive to Harmondale, your butler informs you that the keep has been occupied by goblins and fallen into disrepair, even after race cleansing the place.
Jeez, the goblins seem to be causing a lot of troubles. What's up with these goblins? What's going on?
Goblin smegma is so heavily set into the brickwork that only dwarven bleach can hope to remove it. So you travel to the Barrow Downs, and
why are the goblins presented like this? Hold on. I know I was told hold on, there's arrow keys on this and how to fix it. I'll learn the arrow keys later.
Cleansing the place. The goblin smegma is so...
Okay, why are the goblins like this? Even though, you know, it's just... What? Why? What's going on here, internet? Is this like a Rule 34 thing? If it is, I do not approve.
So heavily set into the brickwork that only dwarven bleach can hope to remove it. So you travel to the Barrow Downs, an actual place in The Hobbit, and agree to help the bearded Jews in exchange for some max-strength Sillet Bang. The bleach melts down all traces of goblin ejaculate and makes the place nice enough that people start fucking caring about Harmondale again, since Harmondale is contested territory. Thanks, Markham. The elves send their ambassador who explains that Harmondale is rightful elvish clay and was only conquered by humans because elves subsist on a free-range, non-GMO diet of lettuce and avocado, which makes their bones brittle and their skin crack from loud noises. The human ambassador explains eloquently that Harmondale is currently Erathian territory because of previous acts of elvish aggression, such as existing and forgetting to place a "Do Not Invade Me" doormat at the entrance. Here you can choose to either side with Queen Catherine of Erathia or the shirtless elvish king from the Tolarian forest. Whichever side you choose, hostilities between the regions increase until the Seer of Harmondale passes away. As the Lords of Harmondale, the diplomatic process of
Hey, it's that Jagoff who's in charge of Bethesda, or Bethesda. What? You know the company, the people who screwed up Fallout.
choosing a successor falls on you. The Wizards of Bracada Desert suggest picking their soft-spoken ambassador to quell the fighting and attempt to bring peace, while the Necromancers of Deja also bring their candidate to the table, an unqualified and inexperienced paper pusher who will only lobby in their interests and has no patience for diplomacy. Which candidate you pick determines the rest of the game, whether the elves and humans settle their border disputes or break into all-out war. The faction you choose to endorse will then invite you to talk further and figure out what's actually going on. The aliens that crash-landed on the planet are actually ancients that split off into 2 opposing ideologies and now command each respective group. You'll be tasked with sabotage, assassination, and subterfuge to foil the plans of the opposing ancients.
Okay, so I'm guessing then this is a realm of fantasy, but now there's aliens in here too. Sort of seems similar to, I forget which book it was. But there was not an incident, but there were some hints that at one point Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40K were set in the same universe. Now, I guess it's recently been retconned into the fact that no, they're both separate areas. But there was I forget which story or short story it was, and so we need a Warhammer Fantasy expert to step up. Now's your time to shine. But there was talks of there was mention of a like a laser weapon or something like that in Warhammer Fantasy. Now, again, I could be wrong, so please correct me if I am wrong. Would greatly appreciate your feedback. So we need an expert. I never said I was an expert. Chicago Reacts. Chop chop demands an expert to step up. Now's your time to shine. You know what? We're going to make that a thing, too. When I demand for lore and information, no matter where you're at, when I ask for that detailed assignment, you yell out, "This is my time to shine."
Once all this is completed, the final mission of the game is to literally get diving suits and go deep into the ocean. There at the bottom, you'll find the crashed remains of their ship,
Lincoln.
With all the ship secured.
I'm sorry. Whoa, back up. That goddamn ship had Lincoln. Hold on. Right there. All right, see? Got it the first try. Lincoln. What the hell? Are the aliens human? Are they human?
At the bottom, you'll find the crashed remains of their ship, together with all the ship security. If your party survives the onslaught, you can obtain the ship's control cube, guaranteeing victory for your chosen faction. The light side uses it to make a fucking Stargate that can dial other planets, while the dark side ending is pretty much what politicians and lawmakers think 3D printing is, with the leader using the control cube to print infinite copies of laser pistols, which he immediately tests on the follower, and everybody cheers. Might and Magic 7 plays similarly to the previous title, with an extended set of possible races to pick, such as goblins, dwarves, elves, and humans, and new classes, including rangers, which—
Why are the goblins looking like that, though? I am deeply concerned, and I do not approve.
are jack-of-all-trade archers, monks, who are second to knights in fighting ability but use their fists, and thieves, which have exclusive access to the stealing skill that's good for being permanently barred from stores across the game. Your party also runs by default, unlike in Might and Magic 6 where you had to slam down the shift key all the time. The biggest changeover from 6 is that all characters now have skill restrictions according to their class promotion. What I mean by this is that in the game, each class has 3 possible promotions. So, for a sorcerer, that would be to wizard, and from wizard either an archmage, if you chose the light path, or a lich, if you chose the dark path. You need to progress through the game, perform difficult promotion quests, and pledge allegiance to a faction, before unlocking the true potential of your class strengths. For a sorcerer, this would mean that they could reach expertise in all elemental schools of magic, but will only be able to reach mastery and learn master-level elemental spells after their first promotion to wizard, something very critical for game-changing spells like Town Portal and Flight, which could
So, excuse me. So, for the audience, who did you play as? Goblin, human, elf, other, and what was your job? Were you a knight, a monk, sorcerer? Type it in the comment section below. Regale me with tales of victory and defeat.
previously be picked up and used from level 1 in Might and Magic 6, so long as you knew the respective magic type. In general, Grand Mastery of a skill requires you to finish your final promotion quest. Most classes can learn most of the skills available, but may be locked out from Mastery or even Expertise. The most extreme example of this is Alchemy, Grand Mastery of which is class restricted to a fully promoted Druid, meaning that if you want to make black potions, the best potions in the game that can confer permanent stat bonuses and cure nearly every condition, you'll need a Druid in your party. The game is shorter than Might and Magic 6 and encourages you to at least play through both of the different sides, and thus try a different party of adventurers. Even if you pick a party of 4 monks or something ridiculous, the game is entirely completable, as towns can be filled with hirelings and NPCs that can compensate for skills or spells that you lack, in exchange for some of the gold you earn. Because you can spacebar anytime to go into turn-based mode or switch into real-time combat, you'll find yourself plowing through dungeons very quickly with some experience. And there's a lot of fighting in this.
Whoa!
There's a reason they called this genre of RPGs blobbers. You go from killing goblins, to killing sluts, to killing behemoths and titans. And all the sprite work is gorgeous, together with orchestral music written for each area. Might and Magic VII also added its own card game that you can play in taverns, and receive a generous tournament prize if you manage to beat all 13 innkeepers across the world. Archmage is incredibly fucking fun, and requires you to pick and adjust your strategy to beat the opponent in time, with multiple victory conditions existing, such as building your towers to a certain height, reducing your opponent's tower to 0, or winning through attrition in long games by accumulating enough resources. Both
right.
draw from an identical shuffle deck, so learning all the possible cards and how to play against them doesn't take long at all. To close off, Might and Magic VII is probably the tightest of all the Might and Magic games created in this.
This game looks like a lot of fun. I would actually have a lot of fun playing it. I wish my schedule was more free. So, all of you playing, please give me your feedback, your experience of not only playing Might and Magic VII, but also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well. I would like to hear the feedback. Which one was your favorite of the series? And are there any more? I am unfamiliar with the series of Might and Magic. So all of you watching, you gotta let me know what I need to know.
Series, and genuinely just a whole load of fun. It's a very comfy game as well. The type of thing you can play after work with a hot cup of coffee under the blankets. If you're interested in getting a copy, there's shared discs all over the internet, although I would personally recommend you get the goodoldgames.com copy of the game, since they repackaged it into a single installer that doesn't require the disc to run, and has the music files playing without the need for a screeching optical disc drive. I've also quietly attached a link to my copy. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm no longer inactive because I'm doing my master's thesis for a whole year.
Cool.
Unfortunately, that means I'm in the labs all week and can't really do my old job at the same time.
Wait. Master thesis on what exactly? Huh. Well, all the best to you, buddy. Good luck, and may the force be with you.
So, I'm making this my job. Seth is shilling out, and with your hard-earned dollars, you can pay a medical professional to avoid his responsibilities and delay starting a family. If you just want to leave a tip, there's a link to my PayPal. If you want to go all out, I made a Patreon. It's a per-video basis, so you only ever pay when I actually make something. So your money's safe. More stuff coming soon. Have a good one.
All right, well, that was the realm of Might and Magic, so I have a lot of questions. First of all, I am unfamiliar with the lore, the gameplay, so I want feedback from all of you. What was your experience playing the game? Did you have fun playing the game? How did it compare to the other 6 versions of Might and Magic that came before it? Who did you play as? Were you a goblin? I don't know why the goblins are looking like that. I do not approve. Or were you a human? Did you choose the good guys, the bad guys? What's the whole deal? I want someone to yell out, "Now's my time to shine," and tell me in a detailed essay what's going on with the realm of Might and Magic. Your feedback will be greatly appreciated by the Chicago Reacts family here. And as always, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be sure to hit that ring bell notification. That way, you know when we upload new content. But also, please support SsethTzeentach and his YouTube channel. Okay, he's done a lot of great work. So support the original content creator too, because that's what hip cool cats do. Until then, folks, keep on winning and keep your head on a swivel.